Okay, so I had a dream, and I'm going to put the date in the description. No, I'll put it in the title of when I had this. It was a week ago. I believe it was um, today's Sunday, so it was last Sunday evening, Monday morning, so early. Um, I believe I woke up from that dream around 2:20, 2:30. Okay, I think I have that too. Okay. So this dream, I was myself. Well, okay. So it was me, my husband, and my daughter and my son. But at the beginning, I thought I looked like myself in the dream, and my husband and my children. Um, but I wasn't. I wasn't like myself in the dream. My children weren't like themselves in the dream completely, and my husband obviously not as well. So we were upstairs in a home that had a second story. Okay, and we were in a bedroom, which I believe to be like the master bedroom, and the master bedroom window overlooked the neighborhood street. So I could see across the street, like a regular neighborhood, you have across the street, and then you have homes on that street that probably had a good 3 feet between the homes, of grass. Each home had about 3 or 4 feet in between the next home to the next to the next. Okay. And it was daytime, and I knew that we were getting ready to go somewhere. I don't remember where we were going, but I knew we were getting ready to go somewhere, and I was getting dressed. And my children were in the room with me. My husband was sitting on the bed, and as I went to I went to put on my shirt, I was facing the window that overlooked the street and the neighbors' houses. Okay. And I heard something. And at that time, I saw bullets being fired down onto the ground. So, as if you have like I don't know, all the planes and whatever, like a jet plane or something that fires the bullets that go like in a stream, like a line here and a line here, like across, and they go do 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 do, and they, like, you could see them do 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 do, and they would hit and ricochet off. So you saw them making like like check mark, and they were just constant, like they were. It was just like do 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 do. I don't know. I don't know how to put it, but it was like two lines, like the firing. It had two lines. Okay. And they were going in between the houses that were in front of my house. So they were going to come across the street to my house. Okay. And I was like, oh no, it's started. It's started. Okay. And I remember kind of crouching on the ground real quick, like to finish what I was doing, and my children. And I grabbed a charger because I was looking for my cell phone charger. I knew I needed my phone. And my phone battery was dying. I barely had any phone battery. Um, but I realized that I grabbed my laptop charger, and I was like, "Where is my phone charger?" And my husband said, "Both of the chargers are in the car. I put yours and mine in the car so they'd be ready, like already out there." Okay. And I went and I kind of threw my cell phone charger down, not my cell phone, but my laptop charger. And I grabbed my kids, and my husband, for some reason, stayed in the bedroom on the bed. Like he wasn't moving at all. I don't know why. I don't know why, but he stayed in the bedroom on the bed. And my children and I started going very quickly downstairs. Now, as we were going, we came out the bedroom, and it's kind of like you look over a banister to the front door. And you have the stairs where on the right hand side is the wall coming down, left hand side is an open railings banister system, and it goes straight down. And as you come to the end of the steps, you see the front door, like the front door is right in front of you. It's like a little landing. So as we were coming down the steps, my son was in back of me. Well, the child that was my son in the dream was probably around 10 years old. 12, maybe 10, young still. Okay. The daughter that was beside me on my right going down was probably 8 to 10. And my son was in back of me, and he was just, okay, I'm going to, yak, 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 just talking something. And I don't remember really listening to what he was saying. He was just talking. And I was trying to, and we were rushing down the steps. And as we were going down the steps, I could see a man walking to our front door, like in our yard coming into, like, toward the house. Okay. It was one man. He looked Caucasian with blonde hair. I don't know. But he didn't look like he had a military uniform on. He looked more like he had a colonel's uniform on, or something like a like dress pants and a button short sleeve shirt. For some reason, I believe it was tan. I don't know. But I don't remember seeing weapons on him. I could be wrong. But he was coming in. I knew he was the enemy. And he was in charge, kind of one of the ones in charge. And as we were coming down the steps, my son's just talking, and he veers off to the right when we get to the end of the steps and goes into the living room. Well, my daughter and I veer to the left and go into the dining room. And then you could turn from there and go by the banister through the dining room into a hallway that led to, like, a back door and maybe like a kitchen, or a bathroom and a laundry room. I remember a laundry room and, like, maybe a bathroom or something in that hallway. Okay. So I remember when he veered to the right, I was panicking, but I knew he was going to go hide. Okay, he was going to go hide in the living room. And as I turned to the left with my daughter into the dining room, I was like, "Oh, please stop talking. Like, shh, stop talking." And I knew the enemy was coming in the door. And as I was almost getting to that hallway with my daughter, the enemy, came through the door, and my son was still standing. He wasn't hidden. He was still standing in the living room, and he was just talking, like, to himself, just talking. I don't know. So I knew that at that point, the enemy had my son, like, was going to my son and had my son, that man. Okay. So my daughter and I were just steps away in the dining room, rushing to that hallway. And I felt, how you have that feeling of just stress that someone's on your back, like someone's right behind you, someone's on your back, right? So I had that stress, and I had to rush to hide her. Like, I needed to hide my daughter. And we saw the laundry room, and in the laundry room, like, it had an attic access. So you push up the ceiling a little bit and go into the attic. And she was like, "I can go into the attic." And I was like, "Go into the attic." And I knew that she could get up there, but I was not going to be able to get up there. I couldn't, one, make it quick enough, and two, there was just no time. So I was letting her run into the laundry room to hide herself in the attic. And I was going to divert the enemy and keep trying to go somewhere else to hide, that they would see me. Okay. And she was going into the laundry room to get up there, and I knew that the enemy was right behind me and that I wasn't getting anywhere. I wasn't going to get anywhere. Either we weren't making it or I didn't make it. Okay. I woke up very anxious from that dream, like it was real and it really happened. Thinking, okay, is this something we're going through or is this somewhere else? Just very anxious. Just sat there and talked to God about it. Kind of worried about it. Wondering what was going on. Okay. What I failed to mention is that before the enemy came into the house. Okay. Before the enemy came into the house, I heard him talking, like he was talking to other teams. Okay, outside. Maybe they're going into other homes or searching or something. Okay, and I remember hearing, and I was thinking, what's he speaking? And in the dream, I was thinking, he's either speaking Russian or German. It's like German or Russian. What is that? Okay. And that's what I heard, German or Russian. I know that seems weird, but that's what I was thinking in my dream. And as I woke up, I thought the same thing. What was he speaking, German or Russian? Does that mean which ones, what's happening? What's getting invaded? What's going on? Okay. So then, when I woke up, maybe about 30 minutes after being awake, I heard a dog bark outside, like a guard dog, just a guard dog. I heard a dog bark in my tree line. That's what I heard. It was like 3 a.m. Okay. And I heard the dog bark one time. One that just reminds me like of a guard dog, like be alert, be aware. Okay. When I was thinking about it that day, it reminded me of, like the Holocaust, I don't know if they were coming after Jews or Jews and Christians or what, but it reminded me of like Anne Frank and a lot of people hiding in their attics, or she was a young girl in the attic hiding. And like that's where we're about to be, or whatever's about to happen, or what's going on with all of that's what's happening. We need to pray. Okay, so later on that day, I was speaking to my husband, and what was really weird about it is that he brought up a story to me. This is the story. He was talking to a woman at a register while he was at work. Okay, he was talking to a woman at a register, and the woman had an accent. And him and his coworker were trying to figure out, like, what accent is that? I know it's going to sound really weird. They were like, what is that? And he literally used the words, is that Russian? Are you from Russia? Or is that German? And the woman got kind of like, not strongly offended, but was like, no. She was from Iran. And they said, oh, Iran? And she was like, no, Iran. It's Iran. And he told me, he said, it was weird. It sounded exactly like German or Russian. So then I was like, well, that's weird, because I just had a dream this morning about an accent that sounded like I couldn't tell the man where he was from. Was it German or Russian? So that got my head turning to, Could it be Iran? I- Iranian? Um, Thinking on this further, I don't even know. I don't believe, I don't feel like I was in America, but, and it wasn't my family and me. It was another family. Um, but it felt like an American home, but a little different. I don't know how to put that. An American neighborhood, but a little different. I don't even know how to explain that. Um, Either way, take it to the Lord, pray about it, prayer warriors out, all watchmen on the wall. We're all sounding the alarm. Jesus is coming. Everything's speeding up and happening. Know Jesus as your Savior. He's our blessed hope.